Ever since I first bought this house, I wanted to put in this giant mid-century modern inspired sofa that wraps around most of the living room. I love seeing images of spaces like that. It just looks so comfortable and cozy. I finally got to work on it this winter. I started making the framework, added storage underneath, and constructed one side so that you can pull out the framework and turn it into a bed. I've had this almost finished for quite a while now. I ended up leaving the project to do other things because the final task of making the seat cushions and the backrest was just taking up so much time, but it's time to finish it. I'm using IKEA mattresses that I'm cutting to size. I'm also adding a slotted piece of foam to the backrest to make sure the sofa is really comfortable. I'm going to sew the covers now and stitch all of the padding together. Strawberries. I'm back at this room again. The plan is to finally finish this sofa. This is the room as it is currently. I'm going to have to find a spot for this table with the mitre saw. I have no idea where that's going to go, but I'll figure that out. I have a number of little bits to do. First of all, I need to make these cushions. Sewing the covers has been a surprisingly laborious process. I've spent days sewing these. You would think it's really straightforward because it's just a box for a mattress. But apparently dealing with two different fabrics that have a different amount of stretch with a zip in between is not that easy. So I've had to redo things so many times, but I finally have all of the covers for the entire sofa except for a little spot in the back. I need to cut all of these mattresses to size now and add extra padding. It's going to be a bit of a job. The inside of these cushions are going to be so incredibly messy, but as long as it looks good when the covers are on, it should be okay. I wonder if what I'm doing is just a huge waste of time. I feel like what I'm doing is just not really, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to keep the insides together. But the thing is that I'm combining different mattresses and bits and pieces to make it kind of nice and thick, but everything inside is just so messy and about to spill out, so I'm trying to kind of sew things together, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hate spending time making things that are just really ugly, but I know it doesn't matter because you're not going to see it, but still. It seems like there should be a better way, but I don't know. I'm definitely not doing it. I mean, once these are inside the covers, I'll probably never take them out. I stitched the ends together. The next step would be to add some padding to the front and the top of the cushion. And I'm simply going to use this duvet for it. I mean, that would work, right? So yeah. And then I'll just stitch it all together until it's an even bigger mess. And then I'll put it inside the cover and no one will ever know. This would be the first finished cushion. It took several hours to stitch all of this. So let's put this in its little cover. So. It seems much nicer and poofier than before already. Oh yeah. Oh! Okay. I'm officially happy I'm going through the effort of doing this. This is so much nicer. Yeah, this is like a real cushion. Now I just have to do all of the other ones. I think I'll be stitching for days. Wow, it took the entire day just to do these two cushions. But I have to say, they are so much more lush with the extra padding. It makes a huge difference. Okay, I made another dress. It's a very simple, just cotton dress. It's perfect for the weather now because it's really thin, so it's warm outside. I found this image on Pinterest of this dress and I basically just copied it. But it's very basic. The back is quite bare, and I always love dresses that look like that, but I don't realistically wear them like that myself. So I'm actually going to make something I can wear underneath. I have this orangey fabric and I hope that's going to colour with this green. Not quite sure. Not quite sure about the orange either. I don't actually like orange, but I have it. I'm going to try and turn this into just a basic t-shirt and see if that goes together. I'm not quite sure about this t-shirt. This fabric is really thin and really difficult to deal with. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to actually wear this. Okay, finally ready. But why in the meantime has the weather gone cold and rainy? I can't be sure that this is exactly how I imagine this to look like, but I think the dress is cute. Look at me being craftsy. Guess what? Craftsy is sponsoring this video today. Craftsy is an online community for DIY creatives to learn new skills. They have more than 2,000 classes in over 20 different categories. For example, sewing. From the basics of using a sewing machine to altering patterns. This is actually a class I really want to do. I tend to make dresses because they're very forgiving, but I made this pair of overall ones, and even though I wear them all the time, they are really big. I don't know how to adjust the pattern. I'm going to do this class so I can make another pair that actually fits. But they have so much more: cooking classes, photography, jewellery making. I could really use some gardening classes because I'm awful at it. And why is it raining? But they actually have something that you might specifically be interested in, which is woodworking. Woodworking? Anyone who's been wanting to get started but doesn't know how, Craftsy might be the perfect way to get started, get encouraged to start a project for the first time, or try something more advanced that suits your skill level. All classes are taught by experienced professionals, people who can actually teach you how to do things properly. Unlike me. The first 1,000 people to use a link in my description will receive a 1-year premium membership for only $1.49. Can't go wrong with that. Check them out, and thanks to Craftsy for sponsoring this video today. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm a bad firewood parent. I always leave my firewoods too long out on the ground. I need to build more firewood storage, but I won't be able to do that for a while. So I'm putting it on this pallet instead, and hopefully that will help a little bit just to get it off the ground. Yeah, so this is my interim solution. How cool is this? Honestly, I wasn't expecting to do this in like a few hours. Usually these type of jobs, I spread them out over many days, and I just did this, and I'm really happy I did this as well. Also, this is a lot of wood. I mean, it's not a lot of wood, it's only 2 cubic meters, but it's a lot. I am so sweaty now, I'm not wearing the right clothes. It's the next day. Day 2 of doing this. I think I'm going to add a layer of padding to the seat cushions. I think they could be a little bit more full. Yeah, I'm going to be restitching. Finishing these cushions, realistically, I think it's going to take, well, definitely 3 days. So it's a time to just put my head down. It is going to look so nice though. I am glad I put in a really big zip. I have a zip going all the way along the back and along one side, and even though I probably will hardly ever use the zip, right now I'm really happy. I put a really big one in, so it's not a struggle to redo things and take it out. Alright, let's add one more layer. It really does look so lush. I have so many cushions left to do. Making this is probably the worst part of doing this. I can hardly believe that I just spent 3 days just adding wadding to these mattresses. But I now have this amazing stack. I sort of Frankensteined this one together. There was a moment where I thought that I messed it up quite a bit, but it's fine. This room is a mess, and I am going to clean it up so I can actually get this sofa done and sit on it. I'd love to sit on the sofa. Let's do this. Alrighty, I'm going to stain the sofa base. I need to get this out of the way. Question is, where do I put it? I'm thinking outside is the only option. This is finally very close to being done. I sealed and stained all of the wood, the OSB. I am going to glue the front rails in place now, and then I just need to wait for it to dry. I think that's it. Got another one. And that one is going on the opposite side of that. Going here. I almost have a room, but I also have this table with a mighty saw attached to it in the middle of it. I need to get rid of this. I don't quite know where this is going to live, but I'm just going to get it out of the way for now and clear the space. For the first time since I sort of bought it, this has been a storage room, a workshop room forever. So I fixed this mitre saw to this table, so I am just going to unfix it. The craziest thing is that despite all of the padding, you could use more. Wow, this is the biggest sofa in the world. This bit is missing. Maybe I should push this into the corner for now. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with all this space? Best thing is all of the storage in here. Okay, I don't have anything more to say. Oh, I do. Okay, it's starting to look a bit 70s here, which I actually don't love. But look, this tartan, I got this cushion for outside and I put it here the other day. Obviously I'm going to put some throw cushions here and I actually really like it, so I think I might have a look for a green tartan. I am going to make a really nice coffee table. But that's not now. That's not now. I finished the sofa. This is a real sofa. I mean, come on. I've just been sitting here laughing at this giant sofa. It is so big. I mean, I love it. I'm not used to having space. I felt the need to come back into this room and add a few things. These past few days I've been peeking into this room and it just looks so huge and bare and a little bit ridiculous, but the reality is that this room, even though I put in this giant like mid-century modern inspired sofa, this room is not as big as it probably looks on camera. It's about 4 by 3.5 meters. I just need to start filling it up with things. Maybe this plant will be happier here. I took this rug from the guest house. I don't love it, but maybe it could be an interesting, maybe a temporary rug. This is actually not that bad. Actually, I'm not quite sure if this rug adds some coziness or just ruins the general aesthetic. I was also thinking about curtains. The one reason why I haven't put curtains up anywhere yet is because I simply can't decide on curtain rails. I was actually thinking of putting in curtains that have a bit of yellow in them. Maybe a light yellow check could be really cute to sort of go with the green check. I haven't properly shown this yet. This side of the sofa turns into a bed. So this pulls out, and the idea was that this can pull out to turn into a two-person bed. That seat cushion and this seat cushion, put them next to each other. But I kind of didn't make it all that well. It doesn't quite come out far enough. I was thinking of turning this one around and then have this. This is wide enough. I do exactly the same in the other room, and when I put a fitted sheet around the two cushions, they don't move. Yeah, so I could sleep here and have a fire going.